me, the thing that I wanted to denote sonically was the breakdown of memory, not just through age or whatever, but just the way that there are gaps and you recall things in the wrong order or that sort of thing. That was the most important thing. And the word debris in the title made me think not just of digital detritus like files cluttering up hard drives or whatever, but also of bits and pieces of memories that get jumbled together and are put in the wrong order and all the rest of it. I conducted some interviews myself with family and friends about what their thoughts on memory and what their thoughts on recordings, and I then used those recordings in the piece, as well as some of the sounds which had come from the uploaded videos, and the musical content was mainly made from other pieces of music that I had memories of in my youth, or the important pieces of music, whatever. Sometimes things that were quite unexpected, pieces of pop music or pieces of choral music, or things that, as I say, had some sort of resonance for me. People think of internal memory as being the real memory, if you like, as opposed to the digital memory is just something that's a bit transient. But actually, digital memory is likely to last much longer with the sort of durability of memory sticks and all the rest of it. That is more of a perfect encapsulation of it than your own memory, which is subject to deterioration with age or embellishment. So I tried to make it a bit about how memory breaks down, and the way that things that you think you recall with perfect clarity are not recalled in that way. It works on an emotional level. I think people think about digital performance and digital music as being quite emotionless at times, but in terms of putting something like this together, it's actually a very emotional sort of thing, because you have to respond on a totally visceral level. The melodic parts, I suppose, were deliberately written in a way to sort of try to trigger an emotional response, because it was to tie in with the nostalgia of memory, or the sort of pang that you get when you hear something familiar for the first time in a long time. There were clips of music from my youth in there that they were hidden, they were buried underneath it, and I don't know, I suppose that's when it becomes quite self-indulgent, because nobody else knew that they were except for me. But it was my response to it as much as it was a performance for everybody else. I hope that everybody enjoyed it on a sonic level, but for me there was an element of me personally responding to it and getting things from my psyche or from my own memory out there for myself as well.